Hi friends, welcome to my channel. And in this channel, I talk about money and money as a one single product or thing is not only about working hard and generating money, but it is linked with how well you are using whatever money you're getting, you investing, and what is the mindset with money. So those are the things I discussed with it. So in the series about one of the areas where I feel, one can just invest and start growing is stock markets. So you can check my earlier videos about the evolutions of stock market, about the various events, good, bad events which has happened and how the market has evolved. I have in my earlier videos. Just check. It's amazing. It's amazing. So today I'm just talking about the few points. Say, how do you go about knowing any product, and how do I or decide? Not exactly decide. How do I go about it? See, I am not an expert in stock market. If somebody is there, then he'll be there in a complete into stock market. But I need to invest. How do I do look at it? Things, but not what I've learned is not about speculation and things. But then few things you need to know. For example, now what are the recent things which is evolving, excuse me, on technology? People are investing heavily. You have healthcare. After COVID, lots of people are investing in healthcare. Consumer goods, these are the everyday consumables. So those are the few things which is running hot in there. So technology sector, IT is every time it is there. Digital services with IT. Then your healthcare sector, then pharmaceutical medicines, that is one area. Diagnostic spaces, so those things is in demand. Then you have AI technologies, people are using it. Then blockchain. So few things which is roaming around now. So depending upon the market, depending upon the things, okay, these are the things which is, somebody would say, oh, EV companies, automobiles, there it's a potential and things. So but check, find out. So those are the things. Yeah. So it's important to know that the performance of individual stock can be influenced by various factors. There are also various factors, including the company's news, economic conditions, and then somebody would say something about the company. It can go up and down. So you need to know few points with respect to the company. So how do I do it? Now it says here are the identify the value of a stock. First is revenue. Review the financial statements. Examine the company's income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statements to get an understanding of its financial health. Look for trends in revenue, earnings, and expenses. Number one. Number two, analyze their earnings and earning growth. Analyze company's earnings, the earnings per share, EPS, and earnings growth rate over the time. What is the growth? High earning growth rate and consistent trend of increasing EPS can be positive sign. You can just take one point of there. High earning growth rate and consistent trend of increasing EPS can be positive sign. Then consider the company's valuation metrics. Look at metrics such as the price to earning, PE ratio, it is called. It is very famous in this. And the price to sales ratio, price to book value ratio. These metrics can provide insight into whether a stock is overvalued or undervalued relatively to its earnings, book value, or sales. P ratios, roughly you can just know. Assets of the company, competitive position. Consider the company's industry, its competitions, and its position within the market. For example, if I look at it, IT, Infosys is there. It is placed at one place. Wipro is there. It is also placed at one place. Then TCS is there. It is also have their own things. So all three are doing very good that way. So they have their own strengths and weaknesses in the same area I'm talking about. Now, then consider the macroeconomy. Consider factors such as interest rates, inflation, and economic growth, as these can impact overall market and individual stocks. Consider the company's management and governance. So this is one thing which Warren Buffett also talks about. Consider the company's management and governance. Look at the quality of the company's management and its approach to corporate governance. Strong leadership and sound governance practice can be positive indicator. Now, let's say, so these are some of the key steps that you can be used to evaluate the company stock. It's important to keep in mind the stock valuation is a complex process, yes, and there are no single factors should be relied upon to make investment decision. Additionally, it is important to remember the past performance is not a guarantee of future results, and that investors in the stock market carries a certain degree of risk. Yes, risk is there. Risk hai to ishq hai, and there are high risk and high returns. Now, I just gave you some 5 6 steps and things like that. You will tell John, this is too little complicated. Yes, and I also don't enter into deep onto this. The few things, as I said, what I take about the high return. The one point I had told you about the EPS points, then the P ratio, if I can just understand, and the management. So I'm more into that management is one. What I feel like management thing, who's doing what. Now Tata is like it's a faith here. I mean, it's like trust they are building. Mahindra, then you have Infosys, Wipro. I mean, they all have faith. I mean, they've built up strong enough in India and they're spreading it around. So that's the Dabur. So that faith is there. It's growing. Suddenly, I heard about Amrita Anjan. It is also growing. So those are the like I've seen it. I've heard about it. We're using it. So those are the comfort I feel it with few things. So if you ask me, I'm not going to. I don't have the understanding about the statements and things like that to be learned. But yes, few pointers I will write it down. Which whoever has spoken about Warren Buffett, we can say for the whatever points he considers. Then you have Saurav Mukherjee, who is now a well-known angel investors and stock market gurus. So he speaks about some points, and he has his books and things like that. I mean, I have books also about it, so I brought in. Let me just check it out. 1 minute. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. So I mean, these like coffee can investment. It's just not a like coffee can investment, and then you have the diamonds in the dust. So it's not do you say sponsors and things like that. But then yeah, so those you can just read it out. It guides you. It gives you guidance, and then your technology factors. I said there is abroad. I forgot that lady's name. So the she also speaks about the 5 things about the AI technology, the geo things. I'll come up with that later on. So just go around with that. And one of the most important thing everybody speaks about is in the company is MOAT, moat. What is that? Companies competitive advantage in in their respective fields. So do let me know if you have any idea about that. I'll talk to you on this on the next video. So do subscribe this channel and let me know how useful this is and what do you think, what do you feel? Comment on this. All the best.